Right. Yeah, forgive me, I had to take a call, important call. So, what I was talking about was the judgment for taking the mark of the beast, man. Revelation 14:9. Okay. Now, one of the things is, like I was saying, if your eyes are open, okay, and you know about a little bit about how the banking system works, right? When you go to the bank, you open an account, okay, these days, what do? They have a process. You can look it up. It's called KYC, means know your customer. Okay. It might be different in other countries, but in the United Kingdom, that's what it's called. Okay, and what that is they take your ID, okay, they take your verification, okay, which is like your address and stuff like that, okay, proving who you are, where you're at, all of that, okay, whether it might be where it might be a passport, driving license, okay, these are your IDs, this identifies who you are, right, in the system. And what they're doing is they're putting that on the system and linking that to your bank, okay. And if this information is reviewed and updated, especially for businesses, okay, but also for personal, and I work in the finance industry, and I know that the business sector is getting really scrutinized right now by the government bodies that regulate these banks, okay. So that's what's going on now. Why am I saying all that? Because your bank account is linked to what? Your ID is linked to your finances. You make your debit card transactions, all of that, right? Okay, when you're not making a cash transaction. Most people use what card? They go and tap their card contactless. Now these banks are looking to go into central banking digital currency. Okay, why? Because they're trying to get rid of the currency that you have at the moment. Because right now you got dollar notes, pound sterling notes, euro notes that are floating around. They want to do away with all that and have it all digital. Because the things that's in the bank is digital already. It's numbers on a screen. They want it completely like that. Okay, where you got nothing physical that's gonna do anything. Okay, so what do they want to do? They want to put forward that system and put it all on your chip. Okay, so when you go to a place, you're the part of the system. You're walking into the system. You got all this waves floating around you. Okay, just like it would be with a card transaction. You go and tap your hand, and now you can buy or sell. Now, those of us that aren't going to take the chip, okay, because our faith is in Yahweh Shmi Shai, okay, we're not going to be able to buy or sell in this society, which is why the scriptures go into, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Okay, meaning what? The miracles of Elijah when he was getting fed by the ravens, when the angel was bringing him whole baked cakes for him, cruises of water, man. This is about faith in the Lord. It's going to get so bad out here that rather than relying on Esau and what he's got to give you, his answers, his solutions, okay, we're going to trust, as the scripture says, we're going to trust in Yahweh Shmi Shai, okay? And that's that faith, man. What did the Lord say? Because you kept the works of my patience, I also will keep you from the hour of temptation. So the Lord is going to keep us from that, okay? Because we're out here sacrificing, we're putting our lives on the line, and we're doing this work, man, laboring, So this is a very serious thing. The whole scriptures, man, when you look into it, faith in the Lord, all these things, and what the prophecies, and us being looked after and cared for, Jacob's trouble, a time like never before, Daniel's 12:1, Jeremiah 13:7. When you read these things, this all ties in. The hour of temptation, that's that test. That's the ultimate test that we're gearing up to, man. And ultimately, Yahweh Shmi Shai that's going to keep you in that time. That's what our hope is, okay? To trust in him with all our might, man. All right? That's why it's so imperative to know what the mark of the beast is, so that you're armed. When Israel comes to you like a snake from different ways, okay, you're armed. So that if you have a weak moment in the flesh, the spirit keeps you strong. Because what scriptures say, the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So you got to be armed, man, with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Isaiah 33:6. That's the stability of your times. That's the strength of your salvation, man. And this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is given to us by Yahweh Shmi Shai. So I just want to do this quick lesson, man, just to harp on that point. We're going to keep saying this, okay? And you're going to see these chipping stations very soon, man. And everyone that taught otherwise, you're going to see, man, like Apostle Tah's been saying, there's going to be a lot going on in Israel, man, because a lot of these guys are going to be looking at these teachers like, you didn't warn us about this, okay? I remember years ago, one guy was trying to get me into Islam, right? Because I have a Turkish Kurdish background, so, they were big into Islam. So he was trying to get me into it, and I never really felt it. I looked into it, but I never really was feeling it, man. It just wasn't See, this is a spirit thing, okay? The Bible, it resonated with my spirit because I never read the Bible before. But as soon as I started hearing the words in the Bible, I said, man, that's how I think. I like that. That just makes sense. It's like I heard this before, okay? So, and that's how it be, man, you know? So I just gotta say, man, you know, I remember they trying to get me into Islam and all that. And, you know, I found out about, because I knew the truth in these times. I knew this truth and he was trying to get me in, which, you know, you can't do that. But the funny thing is, you know, I'm throwing it to this guy. I'm saying, okay, look, man, because I knew this guy. I said to him, look, what prophecies has it got about the microchip implant? The guy couldn't give me no answers, okay? Because they ain't in, it's not in there. No warning, man. Not in the Kibra gas, not in none of these, nothing, okay? They ain't warning you about that. But we're warning you about that because the scriptures warn you about that, man. We're the mouthpieces of the Lord, okay? We're coming out the scriptures and showing you the prophecies. So you've been warned, man. Yahweh Shemiel Shai is warning you through his men. So you got to make sure that you know what that mark of the beast is. You better know that Revelation 13 and 16 scripture, back to front, okay? In and out, Hebrew, Greek, you got to know it, man. So anyway, you know, Lord willing, that's been an edifying lesson and exhortational in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiel Shai Bashem Kakadash. You know, with that, man, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.